Welcome. You have reached review time with Emperiol. Today's review will be the movie Ava, starring Jennifer Chastain, Colin Farrell, John Malkovich, the rapper Common. Those pretty much are the most notable actors and actresses, and Diana Silvers. So, if you and my apologies, Gina Davis. And if you've seen a bunch of these um, assassin woman movies, they all kind of got the same storyline. They all kind of is similar. None of them really separates themselves from the pack. You got a lot of them out there. You have actually, when I seen this one, I thought it was the movie Anna. That was a dope one. That was one of the better ones because the storyline had a real good storyline. The movie Anna. You had Hannah, the movie. You also got Hannah, the TV series on Amazon Prime. You have the Alone Came the Spider or whatever, something like that. That movie. So it's all of them kind of got the same type of storyline when you actually watch the movies. So this one is really no different. The only difference with this one actually out of all other ones that I have seen, this one has more notable actors and actresses that you've seen in other movies that you say, okay. So really, and it's a short film. It's only about 130. I mean, it's 100, an hour and 30 minutes, and so that in itself, it gets straight to the point. It's no real true build up. So basically, Ava, she was a drunk. She was young. She was a drunk. She caught her father cheating on the mom, but everybody knows she was a troubled child. So the dad lied on her, pretty much said that she stole out of his wallet and said that he would make a she would make a lie up to say that he was cheating on the mom. The mom kind of took his word for it, and that kind of, because she was a troubled child, nobody really believed her. So she was an alcoholic, and she pretty much her boyfriend was Michael, who was played by Common, and she probably much left off and went to the military. Now, fast forward, when she went into the military, she became part of a special ops group where she was a regular person going in, fuck up, but she was a regular person. Now she like no, she doesn't fear anything. She is a special agent. She could fight. She know all types of combat. So she's now like a government, well, not government, this agency. She's a spy, assassin rather, not a spy, an assassin. So it kicks off where she starts the movie off where it shows one of her ops. She's going out. She plays like she's a driver for the car, and then as most of these movies do, they get an attractive woman, and they get the men, and they seduce the men with their looks, and then get the men to wind down, and then they kill the men. So it's nothing different than what you already seen. So she does that, and boom, she ends up kills him. So it sets the pace. Meanwhile, in the organization she is, it's two sides. So John Malkovich, who's an awesome actor, I like his the movies he plays in. He plays as Duke, and it's one organization, but it's two different heads. So Duke's side she is with, and the other side is Colin Farrell. His name is Simon, and he's part of the other side. So the actress Diana Silvers, she pretty much is underneath Simon Farrell's side. So she pretty much tails behind Ava when Ava does these assignments, and she pretty much make sure everything from the blind side goes through. So during this time, Colin Farrell's character Simon, he's up to no good. So he wants Ava out the organization. So they send Ava on a dummy mission to get this guy. And when the mission didn't go smooth, they try to blame Duke's side that something was wrong on their end. But really, what happened? Uh, Simon and his side set her up, and so she found out that they set her up, and then she was out jogging and somebody tried to kill her. And so how would that person know where she's at? So she approached Duke like, yo man, what's going on? And he looks at her like she's the father figure that she never had. And he looks at her like his daughter, and he telling her like, yo, you know, it's not the order, something went wrong, it wasn't you, I'm definitely not against you, because she pulled a gun out on him. And he asked her to trust him. So now he's putting his mind together like, yo, what went wrong? Meanwhile, her mom, which is played by Geena Davis, is sick. And so, like I said, she used to mess with Common, which is played by Michael. Well, his character is Michael. She used to mess with him before she went away. Now when she comes back, her sister messes with him or whatever. So that was like a little plot twist. And he has a gambling problem, so you get to see he had a gambling problem when she was messing with him. So the sister, you know, confides in her, basically telling that she ain't seen him and he been missing. And she told Ava, the sister told Ava pretty much, you know, yeah, he's still up to his old tricks. So she was like, do you know where he's at? And then Ava said she didn't, but she really did. So she went back to where she know he would be. And when she went there, seeing him at the card table, told him he needed to go. And then, but there was a hostess that runs the whole organization, and she pretty much approached Ava like he ain't going nowhere. But see, she don't know at this point Ava has a different skill set now. So Ava beat up all her men and put a knife to her throat, pretty much like, yo, I kill you. And so she looking at Ava like, whoa. So she told Michael to get up out of there. So when he leaves, he like, hold on, what? Like, who am I looking at right now? Like, this wasn't you. Like, she basically wouldn't tell him. Like, he like, tell me the truth. What are you into? And she, of course, she didn't tell him. And she still feels for him. But of course, he already married her sister. So nevertheless, the mom is sick, in and out of the hospital. And I thought how they was gonna tie it in. Like, if you guys don't know, back in the day, Geena Davis played in a movie called A Long Kiss Goodnight. Good movie, her and Samuel Jackson. Real good movie, where she was an intelligence spy who had a daughter and everything like that. So that movie was real good. And I thought they was gonna try to tie that into it and or whatever. So, but they didn't. But never, that'd have been cool if they did that or whatever. But they didn't. And so it was, you know, really pointless with the whole Geena Davis move. I mean, her and the mom had a heart-to-heart, and, you know, the mom told her that she didn't take her side, but she took the dad's side and everything like that. And, you know, basically all is forgiven. They had their heart-to-heart moment. So Duke confronts Simon, basically telling him, I know that you pretty much, you know, you set her up for the assignment to go south. And so he was like, you need to take her off the list of being executed. And Simon pretty much like, you know, I can't do that or whatever. And he like, well, you set her up. So nevertheless, he's at Simon's house with his whole crew, and Simon's daughter comes out. So that was, I thought that was going to be Duke's way of like getting away from there, but it didn't. The daughter just came. Was a brief interference. Duke punched uh, Simon's right hand girl. He punched her, and then him and Simon pretty much brawled, and of course Simon got the better of him and ended up like paralyzing him in a sense. He put the knife in his like ribs and paralyzed him, and then chained him up, and then took a video of him dumping him in the river, and then sent the video to Ava. So at that point, Ava knew he set her up. He was the one behind it, and so now she got to go on a war report. And so now she goes back, and Michael owed that group that he was gambling with $75K. So she went in there, went all out, beat everybody up, and beat the main hostess woman up. Was about to kill her, but then let her go, and then just gave her the money and said, basically, if you come after my family again, I'll kill you. And then she went back to the hotel. Now she's a recovering alcoholic, and she's weak to alcohol. So she came back in the hotel room and went on a drinking binge. But at this, you think she's real drunk, and then Simon comes in to get her, and he tries to kill her, and they fight and they battle it out in the hotel room, and then they get the best of each other pretty much, and then they all beat up. And then it was weird, neither of them finished each other off, and he pretty much let her go. He didn't try to finish her off. He just left all beat up and pretty much told her, if I see you again, I'm gonna finish you off. So that was weird. He left, but then she got herself together, got all her information and everything, and got her wits, and then she went after him. And then she's all bloody with a hood on, and she goes after him, and he sees that she after her, so he's limping, and he pretty much jumps over a bridge that was filled with like dirt, hurt his leg. She followed him, had some little back and forth words with her, and then she killed him. And then that's how the movie ends. So it was really it was a short film. It was underwhelming. It's not one of the better ones I've seen. The Anna, if you get a chance, you like these type movies, watch the Anna assassin movie. That was real good. That was real underrated. It didn't get a lot of push because it came up out of nowhere when it came out, and it didn't get a lot of push. But if you ever get a chance and you're into these type of movies, watch the movie Anna, and you'll enjoy that one. And that was kind of that one's longer than this one, but this one is coming out pretty soon, Ava. And out of my 4-star rating system, I'm gonna give this movie a 1.5 out of 4 stars. A 1.5 out of 4 stars, because it was really underwhelming. It could have had, if they made it longer and did more development, it could have been better. The bright spots of the movie is just the actors and actresses that played in it. That's the only bright spots, but the storyline wasn't really that good. And people who don't know who Jessica Chastain is, whether you do or you don't, she played in a movie that came out many years ago, Zero Dark 30, and she played in the movie Molly's Game, or whatever, if you didn't know who she was. But the movie was kind of, this in my opinion was underwhelming. I could see somebody else reviewing this movie giving it a 2 out of 4 stars. You know, that's a stretch to me, but I could see how they would do that. But in my opinion, 1.5 out of 4 stars. It was underwhelming. It's just the fact that you're watching a movie with a bunch of relatable actors and actresses that you've seen in a lot of different movies, but when you break it down, the storyline wasn't that good. Fight scenes was good. The fight scenes was good, but the storyline wasn't. Subscribe to the channel, share the video, leave a comment. Till next time.